Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there was a young girl named Rapunzel, who had the most dazzling, golden hair in the world. But Rapunzel didn't live in a castle, or even a cottage. Instead, she was locked away in a tall, hidden tower deep within a mysterious forest. Why? Well, there's quite a story behind it. Long before Rapunzel was born, her mother, the queen, grew very ill while expecting her. The only thing that could save her was a magical golden flower that had the power to heal. People had been searching for it for years, and it was finally found. The queen drank a potion made from the flower, got better, and soon, baby Rapunzel was born, healthy and beautiful, with hair that shone just like the magical flower. But there was one person who knew more about the flower than anyone, a sneaky old woman named Mother Gothel. For years, she had kept the flower hidden to use its magic to stay young and beautiful. When she found out that Rapunzel's hair held the same magic as the flower, she was furious. She snuck into the palace one night and took baby Rapunzel, whisking her away to the hidden tower. And so, Rapunzel grew up high above the forest floor, with only Mother Gothel for company. She was told that the world outside was dangerous and that she had to stay hidden to stay safe. But Rapunzel had a dream. Every year on her birthday, she'd see glowing lanterns floating in the night sky, all from her tiny tower window. She didn't know where they came from, but she felt that somehow, they were meant for her. Years passed, and Rapunzel's hair grew longer and longer, so long it could almost reach the ground from her tower. She painted the walls, read every book she could find, and sang to her animal friends. But what she really wanted was a taste of the world outside and to see those glowing lights up close. She finally decided that this birthday would be different. She would find a way to see those lanterns. Then, one very interesting day, a young thief named Flynn Rider came along. Flynn had stolen a crown from the castle, and while escaping the royal guards, he stumbled upon Rapunzel's tower. He thought he'd found a perfect hiding spot, but as soon as he climbed into the window, bam! Rapunzel knocked him out with a frying pan. She had to protect herself, after all. When Flynn woke up, he was surprised to see this girl with incredibly long hair and a lot of curiosity. She didn't care who he was or what he'd done, she just saw her chance for an adventure. Rapunzel made him a deal. She'd give him back the crown if he'd take her to see the floating lights. Flynn, although a bit unsure, agreed. After all, how hard could it be? And so began Rapunzel's first journey out of the tower. She felt grass beneath her feet, heard birds singing up close, and even saw animals she'd only dreamed of. Flynn taught her how to be sneaky and how to make the most of their trip. They laughed, danced with villagers, and even shared food at a campfire. But there were some wild parts too. They were chased by royal guards, and at one point, Flynn almost got caught. But they stuck together and managed to stay safe. Finally, as the sun began to set, they reached the kingdom. Rapunzel could hardly contain her excitement. When night fell, she and Flynn took a little boat out onto the water. Then, one by one, glowing lanterns began to float up into the night sky. Rapunzel's heart was filled with wonder. It was more beautiful than she had ever imagined. And right then, as she gazed at the lights, she had a strange feeling. This was where she truly belonged. But Rapunzel's happiness was interrupted by Mother Gothel. She had followed them and was furious that Rapunzel had left the tower. Gothel tried to pull Rapunzel away, insisting that the world was dangerous and that she could only be safe with her. But this time, Rapunzel was brave. She finally remembered something she'd seen in the kingdom, a painting of a little princess with golden hair. It was her. Rapunzel realized she was the lost princess, and that Mother Gothel had lied to her all these years. Gothel tried to take Rapunzel back, but Flynn wouldn't let her. A dramatic struggle ensued, and Gothel was defeated, never to bother them again. Flynn cut Rapunzel's hair, breaking the magic and setting her free. Her golden hair turned brown, but she didn't mind. She was finally free to be herself. At last, Rapunzel returned to the palace, reuniting with her real parents, the king and queen. She had found her true family, her true friends, and most importantly, her true self. Rapunzel and Flynn continued to have adventures together, but now she could go wherever her heart led her. No more locked towers, no more lies. Just love, laughter, and the freedom to explore her wonderful kingdom. And so, Rapunzel and Flynn lived happily ever after, knowing that no tower could ever hold them back again. The end. Even more adventures and stories. I appreciate you being part of my journey.